Citizens of the Cyber Nation, welcome to another wonderful episode of EPIXENTER, where our pre-show is so filthy my wisdom teeth came out. Just kidding. My name is camiwins.
And I am 2Camera. Welcome. This is episode 206.
Esports forever. I thought it was esports for all.
Oh, esports for all.
Esports forever is good
for all of
too.
you.
Anyways, here on EPIXENTER, we have a bunch of good segments and my beautiful co-host with a new haircut.
Oh yeah, I'm all
buzzy. Tell you all about him.
Yeah, so first we're gonna have NopeDope news, where we talk about the things that we like the most on the internet.
Keeping you updated.
And then we have DoWant, which is like the segment where we talk about things that we want or totally maybe don't want.
And the things that you might also want or don't want.
And then finally our discussion segment, which is called Dial-Up, where you get a chance to interact with us.
Right, so get your Skype ready, log in. If you don't have it downloaded or updated, it doesn't matter.
You gotta
get your mic, find your mic, test your settings, and call in, because this week's discussion is about the epic esports weekend we had previously. Both MLG Anaheim and EVO 2011 was this weekend. And there's a lot of cool things to talk about, and I will be giving the results of both weekends as well.
Cool.
Because I was at MLG, obviously. And,
Represent.
Even though I was not feeling good and I was like all drugged up, I still went to check it out. But first, NopeDope news.
All right, I mean, what do you think? Is this Nope or Dope, okay? First of all, we've talked about this before, data throttling. AT&T has announced yet again that they're kind of screwing you in the ass right now.
Ouch,
they're
and not in the good way.
Yeah, I'm a old school iPhone user. I have the grandfathered in unlimited data plan, but it turns out that if I start moving too much data, okay, they're gonna throttle my bandwidth. Okay, my wonderful 3G bandwidth. Yeah, exactly.
Oh man, that's such an evil picture
Isn't
of
that
AT&T.
evil? It looks like their lair. It's like where Batman would go and attack.
It looks like Mordor.
I was reading this on Boy Genius Report, who my friend yeah, exactly. Who my friend Charlie from work was telling me about.
Hi, Charlie.
And it was also on Gizmodo. I don't have a screenshot of that, but basically, starting in the next couple months, I think, if you move more than a certain amount of data, you're gonna have your already crappy AT&T data service restricted.
Even if you're already on the unlimited plan?
Yes.
Which you are?
Yes.
Why?
Because they're running out of bandwidth. And the funny part is that they're charging people all this money for like 3G and 4G, and it's like some added bonus, but they're going to start restricting your bandwidth, so you're not really even getting what you think you're paying for anymore.
So why even pay for unlimited bandwidth?
I don't know. They're upset that people aren't like streaming stuff on their Wi-Fi. They're using
Wouldn't
3G.
that take more bandwidth?
I don't know. I don't understand why we're being marketed.
Why are they so dumb?
Why are we being marketed 4G, like lightning speed and speed test this and speed test that? I could download a whole album in 12 seconds. Big fucking deal.
Well, we know why.
Why?
Money.
Exactly.
Money. All they
exactly.
want is
So
money.
it's like little carrots dangling, and then there's the AT&T tech support and salespeople like jabbing you right in the kidney.
It's just really upsetting, because these are also the same companies who like fund all these all these ventures towards being able to do all this really cool things with their phone, like streaming or sending pictures or video chatting, and then yet they like throw price tags at you all day. So like totally nope for me.
Super nope.
Super nope.
Can't
nope
believe
news.
it. Actually, I can believe it. Thanks, AT&T.
We did talk about this, and we talked about how we would like retaliate. So we gotta start brainstorming a ways to like stand up against this. But that's not cool, because I have AT&T.
Yeah.
My NopeDope news piece is we talk a lot about hacking, and especially because recently last month were a lot of really crazy LulzSec hacking.
This is the year of the hacker, 2011.
Right, and we talked about all the crazy, scary ones that have been going on, but I wanted to talk about this one 20-year-old hacker named Josh Hawley, who, it's a scary picture of him, because he was, no, not cool. He is not a really cool hacker. He apparently hacked a bunch of people's MySpace pages, like celebrity Twitters,
pages?
I don't know, and like was charged with hacking Miley Cyrus's email and posting those like nude, not nude photos. I didn't really see him. I think she's like in a wet t-shirt, and this guy bragged about it. I think he goes by Trainwreck, Rocks, or Hacks, and he like told everybody that he was the one that hacked all these people, and so that they went after him and found out that he had he stole $100,000 worth of credit things. But
Whoa.
I just want to talk about how undope or nope he is, because like if you're a real hacker, you wouldn't be bragging to everybody on the internet of what you did. And he even said that he tried to sell the Miley Cyrus photos to TMZ, and TMZ was like, we don't want that shit because she's underage.
Yeah.
So I think that picture makes him look kind of creepy, but I just wanted
He does look creepo.
I just wanted to bring in the fact that there are people who have the hacking skills, but like don't even do anything with it.
Well,
they just like, he stole people's credit cards and tried to take money from them, and hacked into celebrity Twitter accounts and like tried to advertise shit. Like that's all you're capable of. And then he got caught for doing it. Like it wasn't even, it didn't even benefit him in the end. So I don't condone senseless
you like
hacking.
your hackers humble.
Well,
I
mean, hacking is.
Do you like hactivism?
Hactivism. Oh my God, that's so good.
Did
you come up with that?
No, I did not.
Oh, who uses that?
I don't know. The internet.
Internet, good word. Yeah, hactivism. I mean, Anonymous has always been, recently they're fighting against eBay and PayPal, making people cancel their PayPal subscriptions because they don't believe that it's right for PayPal to just like shut down on a user for...
They do have some pretty arbitrary rules.
Right, and it's kind of scary for how much I use PayPal. So I don't know. I think it's undope, totally nope for this
Stupid
guy
hacker.
to have the.
Don't be a shitty
skill.
hacker.
Yeah, don't.
Okay.
Senseless hacking gives everybody a bad name,
Yeah.
At least of our generation.
Go back to your cave.
It looks like he lived.
I want to talk about something that's dope, though.
What is dope?
Okay, I was reading on Daily Tech, and BMW is coming out with some brand new cars. Hopefully, these are really going to come out, but they're kind of like in the concept stage. But it's like this i3 and i8 car. The i3 is fully electric, seats 4 people,
What?
pretty zippy, has good range. It looks way better than the Nissan Leaf, I think. That looks cool, right? It looks like a future car.
Nissan Leaf? I haven't even heard of that.
Oh, I've seen a couple on the road. It's like a fully electric car, really tiny. And then they have this i8, which uses a small turbo, okay? Like a small...
What's a turbo?
Turbo engine's like...
oh, okay, turbo engine.
Yeah, and it's a small displacement engine, so it's like normally it would be... if you didn't have a turbo in it, this car would barely move. It would be like trying to drive a lawnmower, okay? But it's got 225 horsepower with just this turbo, small 1.5 liter engine. And then in addition, it has an electric motor in the rear, so you get like this combination, like, it's like a hybrid, but kind of a better take on it, because no Prius has that kind of performance.
Okay, let me just ask real quick, because I have no idea what's going on with these electric cars, because I can't buy one, so I'm not going to do the research. What are they really trying to do with this movement? Like make all cars electric, or do electric and gas? So they're actually trying to make electric cars.
There's two approaches. There's one is like you have this hybrid where it's electric gas, and like when you brake, there's electricity that's charging the batteries. And with a Prius, the engine runs. It doesn't really power the wheels. It powers a battery and like a capacitor type dealio. And that was what powers the car. So it's got like a separation. But whereas with the BMW car, they have like an engine that actually powers part of the drivetrain, the wheels. And it also has a battery part. And when you brake, obviously you get some energy from that. And when the car stops, the engine shuts off to save a little bit of juice here and there. But that's the main thing. You have like these plug-in cars where you can like plug it into your like the Chevy Volt, where you go home at night and you plug it in. And that's kind of like where people are going. What I'd really like to see is like a diesel hybrid, where you have like diesels are already really fuel efficient and kind of zippy, and then combine that with like battery technology. So it'd be cool. But so I'm really excited for these BMW cars.
We're in the future, man.
These look futuristic. These cars look like a leap ahead.
Are these just blueprints? Or
no,
is that what they're going to actually look
what
like?
they call test mules. So cars that actually are driving on the roads and they're testing it out. These engines are coming out that they're using. So I'm just crossing my fingers. I really think it would be super dope if these cars came out.
Yo, BMW, send us a couple.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like to test
I would
them
love
out
your
for
$80,000 hybrid car.
I'm just worried that if I ever, deal with an electrical car, I would forget to charge it like I would forget to charge my phone.
Well, that's the nice thing about...
It's not like I can get a car charger for my car.
No, you can't plug it into itself. No, that's the nice thing about having the gasoline engine part where, if the battery does run down, you have that engine to kind of like give you that extra, distance or whatever. So
well, that's dope.
hopefully you pay attention to your fuel
It's dope that
gauge,
BMW
Cami.
is playing the electric car game, right? Like,
No, they are with that small one, the i3.
That's like,
that was a fully electric car.
I'm just saying it's cool that BMW being a luxury vehicle is taking a stab at it.
Oh, for sure.
Because I fucking love BMW.
And I'm sick of Lexuses. That's all.
Oh yeah, no, thank you. I'm over it. My next piece, and I'm going to my document. Google Docs, man. Sometimes
that's how we collaborate. We actually write the show together.
Yeah, and we have a lot of issues with it.
We do.
My NopeDope piece is actually about Evo. There was this Marvel vs. Capcom 3 player named Noah who is 8 years old.
What?
8 years old, and he's like pretty fucking good. I know. I don't remember who he actually beat out, but he beat out a couple people. Yeah, I mean, this is just the kid playing. So if we could play it, we could run the whole thing. Oh, this was from Evo. This video is from Evo. It's not mine or whatever. Just saying.
Oh, we can't play it.
Oh,
Maybe
we can.
Dates as soon as we can, but for now we have our next match, which is going to be Kang on the one-player side playing Dante Wesker Okuma, and on the two-player side we
one
have
of the youngest Evo competitors in history, Noah, playing Hulk, Sentinel, and Wesker.
Yes. Do you know how old he is?
I would hesitate to guess, but he looks distinctly under 10, maybe in like the 7 range, and he was briefly in there.
All right. The crowd cheering him on, gets the up exchange into Sentinel.
And there's the Hulk.
DHC's into Hulk, the crowd going nuts.
The crowd is loving it.
Doesn't quite get the kill on Dante. Oh, runs into the Akuma assist. Dante gets the launch. Continues the combo. Skydance directly to level 3.
Right to level 3.
It's going to be close.
The Hulk,
I don't think he's going to kill him.
He's going to have to get the follow-up after this.
He should be able to. Hulk pretty big. Doesn't even go for it.
No, he drops it, but gets the chip damage. Yes. Or maybe he ran into it. In comes Wesker.
All right,
Dante's
so Sentinel in, gets the launch on Wesker. OTG into Hyper Sentinel Force.
Take that damage.
Now I actually...
Oh, happy birthday for Noah!
And the crowd is loving it.
And that is going to be big. Tyler Sanderson now on verge of going down a game to a kid that cannot be more than 8 years old.
Not only does he kill 2, but Dante comes in with almost no life and he gets
X Factor.
And the crowd is on their feet.
Guys, so fucking fun.
So apparently everybody freaked out and started booing the other guy.
What? They booed him?
Yeah, and I mean, my opinion stands that like they shouldn't have been booing the other dude who like didn't really do anything wrong. But I guess since the kid was 8, it was really it's sweet, it's endearing.
I'd like to see those people that booed play this kid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the list of people that he'd beaten out. Maybe the chat can find it.
But long.
He didn't. It wasn't just some random person that he got matched up against. He beat like 2 or 3 people to get to the stage, and everyone was saying like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is a rated teen game. How is this kid playing this game? But I mean, I think it's pretty cool.
He has his parental improvement. It's okay.
Also, I got this from Event Hubs. In the article, it also said that his character lineup, because in MVC3 you can pick 3 characters to assist each other. His character build is like pretty decent. Like it's not cheesy or stupid or anything. One of the best characters in the game, plus 2 really big, strong guys. So I thought it was dope.
He's pretty legit little player.
I mean, it's pretty cute. If he's good at 8 years old, I mean,
I can't wait to see where he goes. 13
maybe or 14, he's gonna start winning tournaments. So I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Watch out, old people.
Watch out, older people. Your last and final dope piece is pretty funny too.
Yeah, I was reading on Reuters as I normally do to pass the time during the day, and basically these Korean scientists have invented yet again another type of glowing dog. They did this back in 2009.
Like a real dog?
This time it glows green under black light. There's a short video, Brian. Maybe we could show it really quick. I just wanted to talk about the reason why they're getting into this is there's a picture of the actual dog paw.
Oh, that's the paw.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a little puppy.
Well, they were puppies, but now they're grown up and they're doing this research to.
Oh, fuck, that is a paw.
Isn't that cool? They're doing this research to look into ways of curing Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease.
By making them
I don't know
glow?
why they have to make it glow, but I think it's neat that you can genetically modify an animal and make it glow under black light. Imagine going to the club and your whole fucking body glows.
Nope, don't agree with that.
I think it's totally dope.
That's some fucked up shit that you see in movies.
Show the video, Brian. Show the video.
We'll watch the video. Watch the video.
It's really short. Korean scientist.
2-year-old Tagan was genetically engineered to glow when placed under ultraviolet light. Lee Byung-chun heads the research team at Seoul National University. He says that Tagun's ability to glow depends on what she is eating.
그래서 필요할 때에는 유전자를 오프시키고 평상시에는 오프되고
We created a dog whose glowing fluorescent green can be turned off. However, it can be turned on by adding a drug to the dog's food.
형광이 발현하는 스위치가 온되는 그런 시스템을 이용해서 만든 개입니다.
And I love puppies.
He really likes his puppies. I think it's pretty dope. I mean, who knows what the hell is going to happen? You know, I love to talk about kind of like advances in cyber technology, cybernetics, and stuff like that. And I feel like this is definitely another side of it. I don't think I personally would like to glow, but I don't think I want an animal to be
You already glow, Hogan. Ouch, my teeth fucking hurt.
Stop laughing.
It's hard. It's hard.
I agree, though. Like, I could see your side of it.
Yeah,
where it's
I'm
like
just gonna say no
dope.
on this one, and we've talked about things like this before. Yeah, maybe creating cyborgs one day would be cool. It's like I could get a bionic arm, maybe, but like glowing animals, I don't know. Like the whole playing God thing starts to cross lines, right? Because then they mutate and become scary.
Planet of the Apes, here we come.
No, please no. Well, anyways, that was NopeDope news.
Let's get on to DoWant.
DoWant
because I want to talk about stuff that I want.
It's coming up. DoWant. Sorry, I was looking at it. I realized it was my turn. My DoWant is actually a laptop that I got to play around with or see at MLG. A friend of mine, Slasher, had this. I usually play on this laptop when I'm at my boyfriend's house, but I didn't know that they had up to the highest resolution, 1680 by 1050, on this little 15-inch laptop. Yeah, and I was like on Slasher's laptop, and I could see all of everything, and I didn't have to scroll down very much. And I was wondering how much they were, and I was looking it up, and it seems like something that I would like, even though I already have so many fucking computers and a laptop. It would be cool to have a gaming PC for when I do go to trips or whatever, and these are, that's the vagina.
Doesn't really look like a vagina per se. Oh, that's the CD-ROM drive tray.
Oh, CD-ROM, the CD-ROM. I don't know why they still do trays.
I don't know.
And I'm
slot load, babe.
I'm okay with doing buttons for the touchpad.
How many megapixels is that camera?
I'm not sure. I didn't look into it, but it's got the 2.8 Intel Core. And you can
Core
get
2
up
Duo,
to,
right?
Yeah,
you said.
Yeah, and you can go up to I think 4 gigabytes without actually.
Of RAMs. Now.
From like ordering.
You know that the Core 2 Duo is kind of an older technology.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, what am I gonna do?
It also comes with Vista. I was a little worried about that when you showed this.
We can fix that. We can fix that
maybe,
because I have Windows 7.
I know, but maybe your DoWant is like you want a laptop that is maybe possibly an evolution of this unit, because Slashers might be a year or two old. That's what
it's probably a year or two old, but the fucking resolution
was killer, right?
Is ridiculous. I mean, I don't even get that on my gaming rig.
No.
But that's because my video card's kind of outdated as well.
Yeah.
So maybe I guess my DoWant is a bunch of new shit for my PC.
You want a baller gaming laptop, don't you?
It would be cool. I mean, since I'm always not at home, not in front of Michael, my beautiful. I name my computers.
Yes,
Michael's the name of my computer. I don't know. It would be nice to have.
Funny enough, all my laptops or computers are called Evo. So I have like Evo 1 through 7. I'm on Evo 7 right now.
Oh, they're like little robots.
Yeah.
No, they're like my children. This guy's Maximus. Named him Max for short.
He's cute.
He's a cute guy. Bad battery life though.
I know. What's up, Max? Jeez.
What is your
vegetables already?
What do you want? What is this?
I was reading. I was looking at some photos, and there was like this event in the UK, and this lady was like lounging around all lazy like with the tennis racket, and it said that she's part of some event called the Olympiad or something. I forget what it was called, but this it led me to this magazine from the UK called The Chap. Okay. And it's a magazine about being
what gentleman?
A gentleman.
Oh no way!
Yes, and it's all about like tweed clothing and smoking tobacco still and like not engaging in sports and growing a mustache, like having a nice fancy mustache.
Not
no beard
engaging in sports.
No, they're like, fuck sport. Gentlemen don't play sports.
We are not competitive
We
types.
smoke and we discuss topics and give up our seats for ladies.
No way.
One of their mantras is to, literally, their job in life on a train or a bus is to warm a seat for women. That's it. Because if someone needs a seat, they have to get up.
It went from being really cute to really weird.
Warming the seat? Well, they like to fart.
Is that what that is?
No.
Is that, oh, I didn't know.
No. The Chap. So it's like a magazine. I'd love to get a subscription. It's not too much. It's like.
Is it serious or is it like funny?
I think it's a mix. It's
Okay.
like they're actually really trying to kind of go back to this Edwardian style of like living.
We could deal with that.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. And at the same time, like, you know, they're not trying to be like how everyone else is, right? Where like, you know, people are riding bikes and, I don't know, being super hipster or whatever. And it's just kind of a different type of counterculture. I thought it was neat.
So you want a subscription is what you said?
I want a subscription to this magazine.
It's funny that they are trying to be gentlemanly chaps and yet they are pushing their Twitter and their website and it's funny. Oh, like, there's a manifesto?
There is. It's pretty good.
Okay, let's read this.
Let's read some.
The Chat manifesto. Thou shalt always wear tweed.
Tweed, yes.
Thou shalt never not smoke.
Never not smoke. I like the double negative.
I know, it's good. Thou shalt always be courteous to the ladies.
Yes, very important.
Thou shalt never ever wear pantaloons denim.
Denim. It's a town in France.
Oh, is it?
I don't know what pantaloons denims are, but they sound really ugly.
Number 5, thou shalt always doff one's hat. What is a doff?
I think doff is wear.
Is it doff or is it what they do when they tip
their
hat? Look
doff.
it up. Next one is thou shalt never fasten.
Remove one's hat from going inside.
Oh, that's cute. This one's good. Thou shalt never fasten the lowest button on thy waistcoat. A waistcoat. Yes. Thou shalt always speak properly. Thou shalt never wear plimsoll when not doing sport. Thou shalt always worship at the trouser press, and thou shalt always cultivate interesting facial hair.
Yes.
By interesting, we mean mustaches, not beards.
Not beards.
Because beards means you're lazy.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
It's funny, right?
It's cute.
I like it. I think it would be an interesting magazine to have on my coffee table and, you know, peruse and maybe get a little bit of inspiration here and there from it.
It would be funny, but it'd be one of those magazines where you like get once and it's dope, but then like...
I would have a subscription. I would get many of them.
Right, you would end up getting the next month's issue and you're like, I really don't care anymore. Just being real with you.
Thanks.
Oh, we're done with DoWant. We didn't really want anything in this episode.
No.
I guess we're on to our call-in segment.
I know what I want now. I want people to call in.
Dial up. Let's go.
All right, people. This is your chance to interact with things that we've talked about on the show or maybe something we haven't talked about on the show. You can engage your Skype unit, headset, mic, whatever you need.
Click the blue S on your screens. Yeah. I wanted to kick off this discussion saying that
right here.
I got my wisdom teeth taken out on Thursday. Was not feeling good. I got all 4 taken out and my cheeks inflated. They're still a little huge down here.
We can't tell though. It's all good.
That's good. That's fine. It's because I'm really far away from the camera. But anyways, I didn't know if I was going to go to MLG or not. I had decided to not go to EVO since I was already making plans. Plus, Anaheim's like really fucking
much
close,
closer,
and it is not spending money for a hotel room, going to EVO, possibly gambling and getting too drunk. So I was at MLG and I happened to run into a bunch of old friends and it was nice. Sean was there day 9 and Slasher, of course, and I was chilling backstage where I got to not only watch the Starcraft matches going on both streams, because there were so many fucking things so many games going on that they had to do a red stream and a blue stream to stream all the games. And I got to watch EVO as well, so it was pretty funny.
Where are you getting all this bandwidth?
I don't know if it's MLG.
Oh, they haven't.
I mean, the last event they did, they had issues with that, and so they really stepped up their game and had an amazing and an impeccable.
Is that at the convention center?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
They got mad internet there.
It was sick because I got to see, and this is the first time that MLG ever did StarCraft, and the room was packed.
It was good, right?
Talk about fucking standing room only. Ooh. Like there were seats here. And then the stage, and then all this was like standing room.
Nice.
It was pretty sick, and I got to go upstairs and see the view, which is one of the pictures behind me. And I was backstage, and the EVO was going on. Marvel Finals came up, and I was freaking out because Vicencio is a San Diego player as well as PR Balrog. Both people I'm very, very familiar with, and now I owe PR Balrog some ramen. But I was screaming and I was jumping, and everyone was like watching me, like not
Freak
sure
out.
what's going on because there was nothing going on with Starcraft. So I was freaking out, and they all like came over to see that I was also watching Evo, and they're like, "Oh wait, where's Justin Wong?" And I'm like, "It's done. He got knocked out." And they're like, "What? Oh my God!" And it was, and you know, Justin Wong is supposed to be the best Marvel player, and it was really surprising to see him get knocked out by I think it was PR Rog. I'm not really sure. And it came really close to it. And Evo Street Fighter was pretty good. There were only 3 Americans in the top 8, and the rest were Japanese players. And it's a pretty big deal to have, you know, an American go that far, and 2 of them were knocked out like instantly, and then everyone was kind of like, fuck, we're not gonna do it. And this one dude, this scrawny little guy named Latif, knocked out 3, including Daigo, which was pretty fucking crazy. So everyone at the event was freaking out. I was freaking out. I was tweeting a storm. I ended up getting like 100 or something followers because of it. And I couldn't believe that he had annihilated Daigo, stepped over this dude named Punko, whatever, I don't know how you say it, and was playing and made it to the finals. And this is an American about to beat a Japanese player. And that's a pretty big deal because America kind of sucks. We haven't really won anything, you know, when it comes to esports. I mean, MLG's top 6 was all Koreans, which is very sad. Huck was my favorite to win, but that's because he's a badass.
What was the prize money for the StarCraft tournament at MLG?
I have that right here. First place went to MVP, which was $5,000. Second place was MMA, $3,000. Third place was Boxer, $2,000. Dude, the Boxer and MMA match was pretty fucking intense.
Those prizes are kind of small, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they added more. I'm not really sure the numbers on that.
Someone says Halo reached the U.S. one.
Yeah, that's Halo. I'm just kidding. I honestly didn't watch any of the Halo stuff because I couldn't pay attention to so many things going on at once. I'm going to finish out the top 8. Dongregu did 5th, Rain was 6th, Huck was 7th, and 8th was Naniwa. There was some drama happening with White Raw, but I'm not really sure how that got resolved. And Evo results for Street Fighter was Fudo, Latif, Punko, Daigo, Elive, MCZ, Tokido, Wolfcrone, and Flash. So Wolfcrone, Flash, and Latif were the Americans. So you guys did a good job getting to fucking top 8. That's 3 out of 8 that made a top 8.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
I see a lot of people talking about what we're talking about in the chat, and what we would like for you to do is call in and maybe bring up some of these topics.
Yeah,
Let's talk with Cami about it because I don't know shit about Evo and
No, you do. You just weren't there.
I wasn't there.
We have a caller.
Okay, let's
hello,
talk to
caller.
someone.
Yo, what's up? It's Wild Matt.
Oh, hey, Wild Matt, ASL.
23, male. Yeah, I'm in Toronto, Canada.
Yeah,
Hey.
go Canada.
What's up?
So I just want to talk about Evo for a little bit.
Cool.
Oh, cool. Oh, and we have video.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So Evo, this was probably the best Evo ever of all time.
Were you there or were you just watching?
I was just watching online.
Okay.
So it was fairly awesome seeing Justin Wong get perfected and seeing Dago get perfected. That was awesome. I never thought I'd see anything like that. It was pretty awesome.
I mean, when you have that level of talent at one place fighting for, I mean, it's not even just about the fucking money. I mean,
I know,
sure,
it's
it could
prestige.
be.
I was curious about the StarCraft money, that's all.
There were, I heard, and I'm not sure if these numbers are correct, there were 1,600 people that entered Marvel and about 2,000 maybe for Street Fighter. And like that many and they're there to play. And that's not just, that doesn't include spectators.
Yeah.
Everyone buys in to compete each other and fight for the spot. And to see the big names get to the end and like get perfected is really shocking because that just means there are that many more people coming into the scene. And you know, I'm friends with Justin Wong and I was rooting for him, but fuck, man, that was pretty good.
well, Fudo that won the Street Fighter 4, he just came out of nowhere really because everybody was looking at Dago and who else? who was the second
Poonko?
place? Poonko and Latif. They
No,
were all
Latif
paying
got
attention
second.
to those guys, and then Fudo just came out of nowhere and won. So that was pretty cool. And I also like the Mortal Kombat a lot. I really like Perfect Legend, so it's pretty awesome that he won. And he won like a Mortal Kombat championship belt.
You know what's funny about Perfect Legend is, you know him, Hogan. He was on CGS.
Yep.
So he played DOA, and someone was like, backstage, someone's all like, oh yeah, Perfect Legend used to be a DOA player, and I was like, fuck DOA, because he's now stepping up his game. So it was really cool to see him make it to top 8. Was MK the only one with a belt, or?
Yeah, it was some dude from what is it? Not Warner Brothers, but whoever develops it. Never something. I don't remember. But whoever develops MK now, that's who came up and gave him the belt.
That's cool. That's pretty sick. I think that's what it's a fucking fighting game tournament. Of course, they should get belts. For just a question to you. How was the stream for you? Watching it, because
in past years it was pretty terrible, but this year it was really awesome. The quality wasn't like 1080p or anything, but it was still fairly good compared to last year's.
Right, I mean, it didn't go down during grand finals, which is what happened last year, unfortunately.
Well, they didn't go with Stickam this year, which is probably a good choice.
Well, I only ask because the fighting game community has recently just started doing these higher levels of production, higher qualities of production, where they have camera angles of the players and the crowds, and then they can do like a 2-box thing, which for us is pretty basic, because A, that's what we're used to, and B, we do it professionally. But I mean, watching Evo's stream next to the MLG stream, yeah, sure, it's not up to that par, but it's pretty fucking good. And the difference that I see between MLG and Evo, and this might just be because of fighting games in general, was there was way too much hype on Evo. Like, you would see, they have a crowd camera and a player cam, and they'll put it next to each other, so when the player wins, you see the player rejoice and the fucking crowd go ape shit. And like, I mean, I was on Twitter, and I don't know who was on the fucking chat, but I was like freaking out. It was so good. And the most that I see on MLG's stream, because of Starcraft, are like signs.
Right.
Like go this person, and then like a meme or an inside joke, and that's always cool. But these people are losing their shit at this event, and that's like, I wish I went.
Well, some guy had a sign that was a salt shaker, and he was shaking it around.
Yeah, that was so fucking good. Because they say, don't get salty, and this guy was in the right position to like pour salt like on the dude in the background.
Yeah.
God, it was so funny. But did you watch any of the MLG things?
I watched a little bit of Starcraft too. I'm not that much into it, but from what I saw, it was pretty enjoyable.
It's always good when Koreans play. But then it does get very discouraging when everyone else gets knocked out.
I'm not really into Starcraft 2, but I gotta say I do like Wheat and I do like Day 9 a lot. So at least they had that. And I watched some of the Halo. The Halo is okay.
Yeah, it's hard. I come from watching Quake and Counter-Strike and Team Fortress, so when I watch things like Halo or Call of Duty, I'm just like, well, all right. It lacks that, I don't know, because I used to play fucking Call of Duty, and it was always fun, but I would never watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm pretty biased like you are, but I feel like it lacks a little bit of elitism.
There is elitism in it. I think that's what it is. I don't know, I just can't take Call of Duty seriously when they're running around with a golden gun. It's just like, okay, Willy Wonka.
Before I go, I just want to mention that they had Tekken Tag Tournament 2 there, and they also had Soul Calibur 5, and they had UFC Undisputed 3, and those looked all pretty good. No, just Evo. They had some exhibition matches for.
Yeah, they even had Third
Soul
Strike,
Calibur.
which is pretty cool.
Yes, they did that too.
I had a bunch of. I saw a friend of mine playing on Third Strike.
So they're getting a lot of love from like developers and publishers over there. So.
Yeah, it's growing.
Like
it's growing.
HQ was there. They don't really do any fighting games.
You've been to Evo.
Yeah,
and
I went there once.
You remember how
old.
Remember how ghetto it was.
It's pretty ghetto.
Now they have like legitimate booths. Like Mad Cat's booth looked really fucking sick.
Good.
They had
the
Namco
competition was
Bandai
still there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It just grows. It gets bigger, and it's like it's super cool to see all that. And they had panels, so they had the support of the people of the game development team to come over and do interviews. I think they even had a couple producers there.
You know? Yeah.
It's very smart the route that they're taking. So I don't even remember the numbers. I think it was like 35,000 for Evo, and I think they broke. I don't know the numbers for MLG, but it was
more than what goes to BlizzCon?
It was in the 100,000. I don't know. BlizzCon's numbers are ridiculous.
During the finals, Street Fighter 4, it reached 80,000, and the last day it reached 1 million views.
That's amazing because I do productions with major companies out there, and we don't even get anywhere near close to those numbers. And it's like these people spend all this money and they think they're all important, this and that. And they just cannot generate the kind of content awareness that gamers have. And I love that about the gaming community.
This is what I've been wanting to talk about. And I love getting to do that on the show because like Hogan said, we run into these professional scenarios where we are working for people who have the money, who have the names and the celebrities, the A-listers, and
they don't have the content.
They don't. Yeah, and they get like 30 people. Who's grabbing my head? Fuck you. I saw that, Matt. They have like 30 or 40 people watching this red carpet, which has a lot of money spent into it, including the people attending the event.
Yeah.
And no one fucking cares. And it gets really aggravating for me to sit there, and it's my job to be here supporting this event when I would rather be at a gaming event where I know a lot more people will watch. And I feel like it's because the internet audience wants real content. They don't want to just see people we don't care about celebrities and what they wore to the fucking red carpet. And maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe I've done so many of these events.
We got more callers if you want to.
All right, bring them on.
Yeah, bring
them on.
Call people. Call now. Do it.
Loading this one up here. Give us 2 seconds.
Anyways, I think
you're on.
Hello.
Hey guys, it's Virai.
Oh, Tyler. ASL or Virai, please.
ASL first.
What was that?
ASL. Yeah.
24 male California.
Yeah.
All right, we need to let everybody know in the fucking chat here. This guy is OG. We used to do.
We've known him for so long.
We worked at GDL together, and I'm gonna just break the news to everyone if you don't mind, Tyler.
I don't mind.
He's gonna possibly be the third host of the show.
I can't wait.
Someone to read the chat, someone to interact with you guys, and bring some. Because I mean, me and Hogan are kind of
spice to the show.
And, it'd be nice to have a little third. But anyways, go ahead, Tyler. What did you want to say?
You guys touched base on the whole White Raw thing at MLG, and I wanted to kind of fill you in on it because it didn't sound like you knew it had to happen.
Yeah, I totally missed that. I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, I'm curious. Give it to us.
White Raw was like 5 minutes late to his match, and since MLG was so packed with matches, they ended up disqualifying him from the or whatever it was, and then they so he dropped down to the losers bracket, started playing the losers bracket, ended up like just tearing it up down there, and he won like 9 games or something like that. Ended up facing the guy who he faced in the winners bracket, and the way that MLG works is that if you play the same lost to in the winners bracket, it becomes a best of 7. So
sorry if you say you were breaking up. If you play the same.
If you play the same guy in the losers bracket that you lost to in the winners bracket, then your match becomes a best of 7. So automatically, White Raw was down 2 games. But what the guy did was, his name was Gipix, Gipix or something like that. Instead of saying, okay, well, I'm up 2, I just need to win 1 more to win the series or whatever, he took all of his workers and just like rushed White Raw's base.
Oh, right.
Like, screw this, we're going to do this the right way. I'll forfeit the first 2.
Okay.
And so he's forfeited the first 2, and then White Raw, he demolished him. And I think White Raw went all the way back up to like the championship bracket and ended up losing. But
I have the bracket.
He was like undefeated. Yeah, he was undefeated for 10 games. He won like 10 best of 3s or something like that.
Dang.
Yeah,
White Raw's pretty legit, but I'm looking for him on the bracket. White Raw played Select, and Select won. Was that?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay.
And it was a very sad match because it was like a very Cinderella story that, you know.
What was the reason why he was late to the thing?
Yeah.
He was late. He was just running late.
Getting high.
Was he, like, not there?
Yeah, I mean, I think he was at the event, but, like, actually getting to the stage or getting to where he was at, you know, late.
Well, I mean, I respect MLG for, like, sticking to it because for anyone who goes to EVO or who has gone to EVO, there are some issues where people are running brackets, and since there are thousands of players competing, if you're not there, you should be disqualified. Like, if you're not readily available, and like there are so many times where they'd hold a match, and therefore it would take longer to complete an entire set or a bracket because that person's not there. He's like getting a drink or whatever, and I think that there comes
disrespectful.
There just comes a time where you need to like draw the line. Yes, it's unfair, but fucking show up to your match, you know. And like it's very upsetting that it can happen at this level. I mean, I don't know why White Raw wouldn't be sitting there waiting to play his match. I mean, if he went back to his hotel for a little bit to like eat some lunch, I guess, you know, I guess someone should have like fucking texted him. I don't know. I just like, I just think if MLG was able to hold to that, that's pretty pro on their part.
Yeah.
No matter who it is.
With him, you have to, you know, obey the. I mean, it's sad that because I think he could have done a lot better if he had stayed in like the invite bracket or the winners bracket, whatever it is.
Right.
But you know, it was just a really cool Cinderella story where he came all the way and he was fighting his way back, and then he made like the championship bracket and make it very far after that. But it's still pretty cool.
Well, I mean, it's not like we're not going to see him again.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Did you enjoy watching MLG Starcraft?
I won't, but unfortunately, schedule-wise, I couldn't watch as many as I wanted to, and they didn't release the replays or any like VODs or anything, so it's kind of disappointing.
Well,
but
it's okay.
Yeah,
thanks for calling. It's nice to hear you. I was hoping you would call in, but I didn't want to bug you to do it. So,
well, glad I could do it.
We are excited to have you on the show. It's been
later this month, hopefully, right?
Been a while, and it's funny because I don't think the three of us were ever on the show at the same time.
No, this will be a new tasty fusion.
Yes.
Correct.
Tasty fusion's good.
Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for calling, buddy.
Keep up the good show.
Oh,
all right.
Thank you.
With your connection that was getting overwhelmed a bit, but
yeah,
it's all good.
Like it
happens.
Stuttering.
It's the internet.
Bye, Tyler. That was two pretty good calls. If anyone else wants to call in, better do so now.
Oh.
I was
going to redirect them to our forums.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Sorry, you guys should have called in earlier.
Check it out. EPIXENTER.tv/forum.
What is the and? Oh, I get it.
We have another one already if you want them, but.
All right, let's do it.
We'll do it.
It's good to have three. I like making triangles.
Caller, you're on the air.
Hello.
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 Hi.
Adjusting the mic.
ASL?
21 male, California.
No, I know who this is.
Wait a second. Caller, I swore you were a 16F from somewhere else last week.
We can change week to week, man. SoCal, anything happens.
You age quickly, caller.
What?
So I wanted to call in, like, there's been a lot of attention this weekend so far to both MLG and to EVO, because they were obviously like the main poll kind of this weekend. But one thing that's been a little bit overlooked was you know, the GSL finals were just on Friday evening for West Coast anyway.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and so like Nesty ended up taking that down. I'm sure a lot of people saw him, you know, 4-0 Lucira, and that was pretty incredible. He's like been playing flawlessly. But it came to my attention today that he actually just had a perfect season.
Who, Nessie?
A perfect season, yes.
Oh my God.
Like he didn't drop a single map for the entire GSL season, and I thought that was really crazy.
That's pretty.
Does he get an extra bonus? Like
I probably not.
Isn't the term
a free plot of land?
Isn't the term Goku? Isn't that the Korean term?
He actually gets a Goku crown.
So some people were kind of throwing it around. Like StarCraft 1 was broken up into eras during a certain player's dominant reign, and when you were when you were that player that's on top, I'm probably going to butcher this, but they were called like bunjwas. So the debate is coming up to if this is going to be like the first StarCraft 2 bunjwa.
It's interesting stats. It's really funny that I totally forgot about GSL, and that's what
it's going to keep getting like walked over. Like is
GSL was Friday night, which Friday was the day one of Evo, and then also day one of MLG. So I mean, I think technically GSL happened first, saying that they're in the future, and then I mean it's Korea.
Yeah, they are in the future.
So I guess
they're
they
in
should
tomorrow
have
already.
recognition.
And like you just finished watching all of these matches all day, you're probably not going to stay up till.
It was hard. I mean, since I was in first day of recovery with all my fucking teeth being pulled out. I had all 3 streams going on, and I like, as soon as GSL ended, it was just like, okay, so tomorrow's the MLG, and then Evo's in day 2, and I don't even know who got knocked out. So it was my bad, but there has to be. I'm glad you called because someone had to have backup. Because then I would have felt like a total loser for not doing so. Oh my God, you are now running on reserve battery power.
Well, you know what that means.
So I mean, the other thing to bring up is like now there's just about no way that they could ever, like that you could ever play better than he did this season, right? Like, what does that mean for like the future of GSL? Like that's.
So
It's good to have perfection every now and then, though, because it gives, it kind of sets the bar, and maybe if someone else were to do the same thing, you'd be like, okay, now we have like an original Hall of Fame right here, boom.
Is it getting to the point where like Nestea is just like the best now, untouchable?
That's like so. It'll be really interesting to see what happens if he ever goes to an accelerated tournament, because so far, like he's been the iconic player for like preparing for his opponent, because in the GSL format you have almost a week where you know who you're playing against and you can prepare for the entire matchup. So to see him in like an MLG where he has to play like 50 games in a weekend would really test his mettle.
Right. I think that's a more legitimate way of saying if this guy's ready to face. Because I think having a perfect
doing your homework is important, though.
Just makes you more of a target.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you were the fucking 4.0 or 5.0 principal student, like everyone's just like, well, fuck this.
5.0 in your school?
Valedictorian. Is it 5.0 if you like take honors and shit?
Yeah, you could for sure.
Jesus.
Yeah. Not that I would know because I totally took the last 2 periods off and like went home like a senior would. Anyways, thank you for calling. Somebody in the chat said, "Who is this guy with the sexy audiobook voice?"
I know, right?
It's my guy.
He reads her to sleep.
He does, and other things. What? I think we're over. I think we're at 11 o'clock now.
Almost there, yeah. But you're on reserve power.
My battery.
We had 3 great callers tonight.
We did have 3 great callers.
It was a great show. Thanks so much for watching.
EPIXENTER.tv for the website, EPIXENTER.tv/forum to join the forums.
Come discuss.
Get on the discussions. You can also follow us on Twitter.
And the Facebook.
camiwins.
Oh, yeah.
And you are?
At 2Camera. Pretty basic.
Yeah, but you can follow him on Facebook. I don't have people.
I know. I'm a whore. I'm a whore in the book.
Tune in next week, EPIXENTER, 10 o'clock on Mondays on stream.tv.
Can't wait. Come join us, Cybernationalists. Stay true. Peace.